Greetings, fellow Planeswalkers, and welcome back to Janky Meta for more daily arena content. There's precious little time left in March to rank, so today in Best of One Standard we showcase a hardcore meta masterpiece that has clocked a 61.7% win rate on untapped GG in Diamond and Mythic in the last 7 days. Specifically, it is MONOBLACK control, as led by Shieldred the Apocalypse. And with only a few changes, we still expect our opponents to get wrecked. So let's annihilate the board state with the Praetor Powerhouse, and let's see what kind of win rate our jankified list can smash into. Ba-boom! We are on the draw. We've got a nice curve, and we've got a boom boom, so let's just keep it. Mono red. We have to put the sleeper out there to draw away their spells so that they don't just go face. We have Infernal Grasp removal, which is a little... Whoa, they went face. Oh, wow. Okay. 3 cards left in hand, mono red. If you say so. Alright, we're not going to pump up our Evolved Sleeper because that just makes them more of a target. They cannot get out of range of mono red that easily. They can get out of the range of End of Festivities, so we will keep 1 mana up and see what mono red has in store. Mishra's Foundry, Monastery Swiftspear. Alright, that's a fairly standard playbook for the mono red archetype. Feldon, sure. 1 card left in hand. We might need to kill Feldon either way. Sad but true. Well, no, we have an opportunity to kill the Monastery Swiftspear here. We're gonna take it, for sure, for sure. Alright, and now we have Infernal Grasp on Feldon, which doesn't do Feldon any damage. Only have 1 mana left, so let's try and be efficient. Let's pump up our sleeper here, and we're gonna get in for 4. Hopefully we're not too late here. Soultham. Alright, so that's a smooth 4 damage. Feels bad. Definitely feels bad. Is there a way to gain life here? I don't think so, but if we play out a Liliana, then they will sacrifice one of their birds, and that gives us more time. Of course, then the other bird will attack Liliana, undoubtedly. Still a chance here, even though they got off to a very, very quick start. Of course, we have blockers. Why are these even lit up? It takes 2, so... So we have a blocker on Mishra's Foundry, we have a blocker on the Soultham. Alright. So Foundry's going to die. And they're not going to attack with the Sulfum. Yeah. Alright, we're not taking any damage this turn. Cancel that. Let's go to blocks. We're going to get the Foundry out of the way there. Yeah, that looks good. Liliana down. Maybe we draw a way to get rid of Sulfum here. Well, kinda. I'm thinking that they're gonna do in the bird. We'll take them down to 11 and we'll get some cards here. I don't want to get out in front of it too much, but it feels like we're stabilizing a little bit. We got the Stinger. Alright, we obviously need to keep a blocker up. Alright, so we had to do it. Had to be done. Sorin gains us a little life. And we actually have enough mana to play Sorin and protect him. Get another blocker out. We won't be doing any blitzing anytime soon. That's not in the cards. Sticky Fingers. I can't recall. Oh, it has Menace. Oh, it has this. Has Menace, create a treasure token, draw a card. Unfortunately, we're going to need to use everything we've got to block the Sulfum. That just does not seem like a good attack by Mono Red. They did us 2 damage and then we just gained it back. And they drew a card, and it was a land. And now we have a Trespasser, so we're going to gain life. Just 1, but every little point counts. Let's give respect to Sulfum. I mean, Mono Red probably doesn't run Reanimator, I would say. Oh, before we do this, let's kick Sorin up a little bit. What do we draw here? It's a land, alright. Going down to 6 here would be a mistake. And I mean by blitzing. So we're not going to blitz quite yet. Just going to try and stabilize here. I honestly think that our Fell Stinger is the better option than blitzing. We'll lose the 2 life, but we'll draw 2 cards. Alright, down to 5. Opponent has no attacks on us. And they are gone. Okay, we're on the play, and the curve looks a little good, actually. We have these 2 sleepers, and they give us mana sinks until we can get to the rest of the good stuff. We got 3 lands, which is just the perfect number. We run 25 lands total in the list. Alright, we don't know anything about the opponent. We're going to lead off with Sleeper. Sleeper, looks like the Sleeper is going to live at least until it gets hit with a Play with Fire. So let's go ahead and get our use out of it. It's not blocking anything that they have. If they have a Phoenix Chick, can't block that. If they cast a Monetary Swift Spear, it's a 2/3 because of Kumano. So this is where we're at, and we can actually could actually march a Phoenix Chick, but I think we want to save it. I'm seeing a lot of sort of bigger creatures in mono red that have actual kind of debilitating effects, actually, to be honest. So let's get another sleeper out there and say go. So Swift Spear for sure. And a chick. Okay, so it looks like we're not blocking. They're gonna have 3 creatures next turn because Kumano's gonna flip. We save, so March is in our hand. We keep it there, and we say no attacks, and we pass the turn. So what we're doing here is we're trying to save Liliana, trying to reduce their board state, give ourselves some optionality as far as whatever they're going to cast. And they cast a Reckless Impulse, which means that they could hit a land and a spell here. Let's check. They hit 2 spells, neither of which they can cast. Excellent. Alright, so we can cast March, and on the Swift Spear we can block very well. Let's see what they do. Alright, I think our play here is to so this Evolved Sleeper is a Cleric, which means we would need to spend 3, and we can get it up to a 3/3 and then draw a card and lose 1 life. Or we can cast March. And gain some life. We save March. That mechanized warfare that they have held back is worrisome. So let's reduce their board state. Let's just take as many creatures off the board as we can. Alright, we're down to 15. They have 1 creature left. They have 0 creatures left. They'll probably use the lightning bolt on the Liliana itself. which is fine. We didn't draw land. They're just gonna leave. On the draw, and we've got the Stinger Underdog combo. A nice grip of lands here, and even a March in case we run into something like an Obliterator or a Shelly, or perhaps something out of our color. Gets a keep. Another mono red opponent. Okay. We could exile a Stinger and get rid of their Swift Spear. Let's see what they do first. Like, they play a land, cast a chick, do a play with fire to the face. Oh, adversary. Still not so bad. Still not so bad. But using a Fell Stinger in this match is not going to be ideal. I think the Swift Spear is actually our biggest problem. And we're going to gain some life. Okay, so we're holding tight here. Let's soak up a little bit of their removal with the Underdog, since it's never dies. So they can kill it, use one of their removal spells. Get in for 2. Alright, we're blocking. Is this a pump spell situation? Because your pump spell doesn't actually get you past 3 toughness. Nope. Okay. Yep. You just gave up your creature there pretty easily. And it might be a good idea to cast a Fell Stinger right now, just naked. But we still have the Underdog Dream. We can take 4 life, draw 3 cards. It costs us 7 to do that, so that's not realistic at all. And Fell Stinger actually can crew the Bankbuster, so... And of course, Bankbuster is very nice. It has the card draw. What if we instead, though, what if we left Infernal Grasp up and killed their Foundry? That would severely limit them. I think that's the play. Alright, so Infernal Grasp on Felden instead. It's too good a target for Infernal Grasp. It's tapped. Take it back, opponent. You could have taken it back. What were you thinking? Felden goes down. Drew the land. Very nice. Fell Stinger? I think it's Bankbuster. So we can Draw a card, see if we can hit our land for next turn, get the Invoke Despair going. Make it look like we've got removal up. So Kenzin, this is on their turn. Alright, we're taking 3. That's unfortunate for our Invoke Despair, but we'll still manage to do 4 damage with it. Land? Awesome. And a cut down. Whoa. Well, first things first, we'll get the card draw. Alright, so we're feeling it. Definitely feeling it here. I think a Sorin and a cut down is in order. Let's get that life gain going. Any direct damage that they point at the Sorin is direct damage that's not going to our face, which is a very good thing to have. Cut down probably on the Foundry. Play with fire directly to the face. Wow, opponent is a gamer. We're going to scry to the bottom. Alright, good sign. Next spell, opponent. Another play with fire. Okay, they're going to get another scry. Also to the bottom, I think. They're going to take Bloody Betrayal. Wow. That is so bogus. Alright, well, unfortunately. Alright, resolve. So, are they going to take Sorin out? No, they probably should have, though. Do we get this back? We do get it back. So we go... Hold on, let's read this card real quick again. Gain control of target creature until end of turn, untap. So we're gonna get it back. So we need it. So let's kill the bird. Going to 1. Not fantastic. But we can... We can play Fellstinger without exploiting anything, obviously. Alright, Sorin, you are gone. Alright. Fellstinger or Liliana. I think Liliana, and Liliana's going to soak up a little bit of damage too. Alright, they still have the Foundry, and they have direct damage. they going to be able to pull this off? It's a play with fire. Alright, so we're back down to 1. Scry to the top. That's scary. Boundary for 4, and they scoop. On the play, the mana looks a little skimpy, but we have all that nice removal. I mean, it's like 3 removal spells. Of course, Liliana has extra value to us. Can we draw into a Liliana, though? Well, with the Bankbuster, it gives us a shot at least. I think this is a keep. Lead off with our basic swamp, of course. Put the opponent into a tizzy. Alright, mono red. Down to 19. We drew into a second land, which is beautiful. We'll go Bankbuster here, see what else they have in store for us. Do they have the Abrade? Are they just looking? They never seen a Bankbuster before, or do they have the Abrade? Okay, they're just looking. Just checking things out. Alright, Sleeper and Grasp, I assume. If we play Liliana, they'll definitely go after it. And they'll probably let go of the adversary, I would think. They would still be able to kill Liliana. If we just play the Sleeper as a nice little blocker, we can pump the Sleeper up. We can draw with the Bankbuster, or we can Inferno Grasp something that we cannot tolerate. So let's see what happens here. Unfortunately, we cannot pump this. We don't have the mana to get it to a 3/3, so it is vulnerable to basically any removal spell they have, except for in the festivities. That we can avoid. Alright. I think we take this damage. No blocks. They're probably going to try and pump the adversary up, I would think. Nope. Okay. Okay. So we'll draw with the Bankbuster then. I was dead anyway. Alright, cut down is a good draw. Very good draw. We can just clear this board. So let's start with the cut down. On the adversary. Just really trying to preserve life total here. We keep clearing their creatures off the board and we preserve as much life as possible. We do have some incidental life gain coming up. Let's draw it with the Bankbuster or put the Liliana on the board. It's a good question. Save the Liliana and try and use it as a discard for her discard abilities more than anything. We have a draw on the Bankbuster. We have Inferno Grasp up if they cast something absolutely intolerable like that. Down to 10. At this point, we can cast the Liliana. We can cast anything we want. I think the Liliana, because it leaves up removal and it also leaves up card draw. But we don't want to use it for her discard ability just yet, because our cards are good. So we'll get rid of the chick. Not sure if this opponent is going to be able to stomach that. They might just have to run away. But before they do, they'll take at least one swing at Liliana. Yep. Bolt. Okay, that means they run Mechanized Warfare. It appears that they have a bunch of removal in their hand, and they don't necessarily want to go face just yet. So Sorin gives them 2 targets. We can pump Sorin up. Let's pump Sorin up. Take a damage to reveal a sleeper. Yes. The next card on top might be an Invoke Despair. Okay, so we have Infernal Grasp up, and we have Bankbuster up, and we're passing the turn. Sorin's at 5. So pretty safe against their removal package. Alright, they've got to play with fire and a lightning bolt for Sorin's trouble. Oh, no, they've got obliterating bolt. I'm sorry, I always say lightning bolt. It's lightning strike. Okay, Sorin's gone. They used their whole turn. We'll draw a card off Bankbuster. Create treasure token and a pilot. They might have removal in the pilot. It's still their turn. They haven't attacked yet, so see what they have. Alright. Another Liliana. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we can play Liliana, and we can have them discard. We'll discard the underdog. See what they were saving. They could just play it onto Liliana, but that's not going to kill it. Opponent just doesn't care, and they're sticking around. Next, okay, so let's crew Bankbuster. Then we will put the Evolved Sleeper out as a blocker, kind of try and protect Liliana a little bit. And we have Infernal Grasp up in the turn. Opponent scoops after they see that they only drew a land. Opponent reaches for the uninstall button. A Braid? Nope. Welcome to the close of today's presentation. Only true fans make it this far. Thank you, Legends. On to the stats. We played mono red 4 times, won every single time. One of them was playing a Soulfim variant. The other one was playing an Obliterating Bolt variant, and the last 2 were just regular mono red. Our single loss was to mono black, and they were able to get out an Obliterator and a Shelly onto the board, and it was just over from there. The changes that we made to the list are here. The 61% win rate deck list on Untapped GG has 2 copies of Concealing Curtains. We only have 1. It has 4 copies of Evolved Sleeper. We have 3. And it has 4 copies of Underdog. We have 3. In their places, we have the Fell Stinger. It's a nice blocker. It can crew the Bankbuster. It can sacrifice the Underdog for very little downside. And there is the dream, there's always the dream that we can get a Shieldred onto the board and then use its exploit ability to make the opponent draw 2 cards and thereby remove them from the game. Player removal, if you will. We didn't actually get to do that during this video, but the dream remains alive. Thank you for watching today's video. Please let me know in the comments if you'd make any changes to the list or if you just want to say hi. Massive thank yous to everyone out there viewing this content. Salutations to the Janky Meta Nation. Your response has been phenomenal and fantastic, and all of your likes, comments, and subscribes are deeply encouraging. We are Janky Meta, and we'll see you tomorrow in the next video. You are excellent.